Good afternoon, and that is Whiskers, or at least it would be Whiskers if she was there. She's not there, so let's quickly transition over to the right layout, where I should be there. Hello, I'm here. Hi. Top quality streaming here only on Quiz Afternoon. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome to this afternoon stream of Duel. You're thinking, why are we doing an afternoon stream of Duel? That is because we've actually managed to find a firm date for both of our finalists in the upper bracket, so we're taking the opportunity while we can. Yes, I am aware that Quizzy Dan is currently doing some cryptic crossword solving at the moment. If you're more interested in that and having a go at something like that, then by all means, go and watch Quizzy Dan doing that now, and I would not feel hard done by if you do that. We're just taking the opportunity while we can, streaming it for those that do want to watch along, and it'll be available as a VOD afterwards if you're not here right now, basically. So I'm talking to people watching this as the VOD. Hi, VOD viewers! Let's say hello first to people in chat that are here live. We have Matt the Ref first as usual, Shadowmain Midget, Carl the Seventh, Drohusko, Jack Wilfred Midget again, Dr. Mummy 8 Minky, who's hoping for a one question duel so he can get some more sleep. You can just watch this in bed, surely. Just watch it in bed. Hello, Whiskers. We also have Mistress Silver. Happy birthday, Mistress Silver. And anybody else I've seen? Not many names, obviously, clearly, given the time of day. The Samster is around in chat, as should be hopeful. Midlife Substance, hello there. And Jimmy T, welcome Jimmy T and Storm Vision as well. Hello, Whiskers' tail. So, yeah, it is a afternoon stream, and yes, this is going to be the one that forms the first half of the grand final of Duel Season 3. We're looking forward here to Samster, who is sort of perennial second through Season 1 and Season 2, versus... I don't know if many people were expecting JSAC to get this far. I don't think even JSAC thought he was going to get this far, but he has, and he is potentially only 2 wins away from taking the top prize. Like, 1 win to take to the grand final, and then taking the first win of the grand final, and that would be a win. So both of these people only 2 wins away from taking the top prize of Duel Season 3. I do, as always, have my fellow commentators in the box. We're going to go to Mr. Matt, the absolute ref. Hello, Matt.
Hey, Ash, how you doing?
Yeah, good. I'm good. How are you doing this afternoon?
Very good, thank you. I've been going through your big CSV file that you put in the admin file of all the bits and pieces from one of the outright games. So yeah, I've been having a little bit of fun with that. So yeah, not that much really. Otherwise, got all the bits and pieces ready for this afternoon's duel. A big duel. Yeah, so it's gonna be good.
All right. And we also have Mr. Zgor Count as well. I did notice your rename there.
Hey, if I'm going to be last alphabetically, I may as well embrace this.
How you doing?
Count.
Indeed. It's a rather lovely afternoon. In fact, I'm actually going to open my curtain up a little bit. But definitely this is a very exciting match on multiple counts. And to come back to your comment earlier, I think a few of us were quietly confident that JSAC was going to do well. Maybe not this well, but I definitely thought it was someone to watch out for. Although then again, my prediction doesn't say that, so I'm sorry.
Backpedaling.
Yeah, I've got all the prediction data here, so I can tell you who got the predictions right and wrong, etc.
Oh,
okay.
And not with okay, no, I'm not going to make that joke. But in either case, just to kind of highlight how important this is, as you said, whoever wins this, they are 1 victory away. Whoever loses this, they are 3 victories away.
Yes, the long route down is a difficult route, but again, you can still go all the way. It's just a harder route. That's all.
Two of which will be against the same person you've lost against. Oh dear.
Absolutely, yes. Both of these players have the luxury of losing the duel and yet still continuing on in the tournament. They have granted that ability by getting to be the final 2 in the upper bracket. Oh, wow. Well, I guess we should get straight into it because both competitors are waiting in the green room. So let me open up duel number 28, which I very hastily generated while we were warming the stream up because I forgot to create the scene. But here is the scene and score count. Please take it away.
Okay, well, on my left, it is definitely someone who has been very popular all the way throughout this tournament, finding himself once again in the very familiar position of fighting for second place. It is our one and only Samster.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you feeling?
Pretty good, yeah. I'm feeling all right. I've had a bit of luck lately, so, I'm hoping it continues on during this quiz.
Mr. Matt.
Indeed, Samps has had a terrific one. The only player who has won all 4 matches so far this series. In his quarrel, came up against Drahuska, 8Minky, and Talcott, and finished that off in 5 questions, proceeding straight through to the proven 16. Beat Line Piece in 7 questions, and then beat Egg on a sudden death question in the semi-finals. Before surprisingly beating Tipster in the semi-finals, taking 15 questions to resolve that one to get through to this afternoon's upper final. In terms of the stats, as I said, a 100% win, 30 out of 40 chips used, so about 75%, 32 out of 34 correct answers given, plus 1 sudden death question he's got correct, so 97% accuracy. Used 3 accelerators. Average playing time about 16 minutes. So he's averaging about 29 seconds per question. Samster, the only player to go undefeated so far. You've got to get a bit of optimism from that, I would guess.
I'd like to think so. Yeah, a lot of it is a bit of dumb luck though, especially the sudden death against Egg. That was just really lucky there. But sometimes it takes a bit of luck. You can't know everything.
This is very.
Yeah, go on.
No, go ahead. I
was just going to say, it does take a little bit of luck every now and then.
Indeed. 2 things to sort of comment. Firstly, just remembering back to the quarrels, when we did the drawing, you were horrified of the fact that you got put in Group B.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I thought that was probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest. There's maybe one other group that I'd been more scared of, but no, it was a very daunting group.
Yeah, indeed. Secondly, this is sort of the countertail to what happened to you in Season 2. You managed to get through all the way to the upper final without being defeated, whereas obviously in Season 2 you got defeated very early on and then stormed your way through the losers bracket and got to the final eventually. So because of that, you could say the momentum is definitely more with you now than it was last season.
I'd like to think so, and I do feel sort of relaxed in a way that I can afford to lose it, but obviously it would be a much harder ride if I did. So
a significantly harder ride. So it's definitely an interesting position that you're in. But we will also get to our second player this evening rather swiftly. On my right, illuminated in yellow this fine evening.
Afternoon.
You can siren me for that, Ash. It is our one and only J-Sack, who apparently no one has had any faith in. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Mr. Matt.
Jacek has had a bit of a difficult run to get here. Lost to Harry in Quarrel C. That was Jacek was out after 13 questions. That only went to 15 questions, but then beat Lion and Drahuska in the duel. And something that came up in the chat from Dr. Mummy. Both of this afternoon's players had to beat Drahuska in qualifying to get through to the proven 16. So good little factoid there. Thank you. J-Sack then beat Catnip in the proven 16 after 9 questions. Beat Scooter Dust after 11 questions. And I think, did that go? No, not quite down to perfect duel. Then beat Duplis again after 15 questions to reach this afternoon's upper final. In terms of the stats, currently ranked second out of our remaining final 4. 34 out of 50 chips used, so 68%. A whopping 52 out of 53 correct answers given us 98% accuracy. Played for exactly 22 minutes, so averaging just under 25 seconds per question. Jasak, I think it's fair to say that your matches do go on a bit, but the accuracy speaks for itself. 98.1% accuracy.
Yeah.
Quietly confident there.
Yeah, we're going for the. I think he might be going for the silent approach, which makes this job rather difficult. The poll results are in.
Yep. So just before actually I go through the poll result, we'll go through the predictions. So only one person predicted JSAC to reach the upper final, and that was Dupless.
Hey.
5 people predicted Samster to reach the upper final, and that was Drahuska, Grunkle, probably wrong, don't know who that is, Scooter and Sky. And only one person has any sort of prediction on the upper final. They predict. Someone who's probably wrong is predicting Samster to win this match, so really difficult to get any sort of read off that. In terms of the poll results, 16 votes, 11 out of 16 are going with Samster, so 69%. Nice. And 5 of the results, 31%, are going in JSAC's favour. But we all know how reliable the audience votes have been this series.
We're on a lower counts today as well, so bear that in mind, that the error bars are a little wider.
So, Samster, you said at the start of the series you wanted any position but second.
Yeah, I did. I did say that, didn't I?
You are now restricted to first, second, and third.
Okay, still 66% chance I don't get second. So,
Well,
you know.
actually, it's actually closer to 50% because there are 2 ways you can get second and only 1 way you can get third. And actually,
yeah.
I guess it's 40% because there are 2 ways you can get first, 2 ways you can get second, and 1 way you can get third. But that's going into pedanticism.
Lots of maths,
And you're
lots
nicking
of
my
maths.
job.
So naturally, this is an interesting position. Are you reevaluating that? Is second becoming a little bit more acceptable again, or is it still?
I mean, I'm really happy I got this far, so any position's good, realistically. The whole second thing's just sort of a, it's what's the word? It's just like, you're playing the game, aren't you? I'm happy with where I
a running gag?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. As for you, JSAC, relative newcomer to the arena, did you expect to come this far?
No.
No words wasted. And I think one thing that we definitely do have to comment: the person who loses this will be facing either Tipster or Egg. Samster, how does that make you? How do you evaluate those two?
Well, I mean, I've played them both, haven't I? I think, yeah, I've played them at this point.
Let me check my stats on that one.
Because I had the sudden death with Egg, which was terrifying.
You defeated them both in order. Actually, you defeated Egg in the upper quarters and Samster in the upper semis. Both down to the wire.
Yeah, there were 2 very tough duels, so either of them are going to be a real challenge for me.
But there's an interesting note. You've won every duel bar your first with 1 chip left. Your first, you only had 2 chips left.
I like to just play it safe sometimes, and it's been doing me well so far, I think.
It's what they're there for. Meanwhile, and JSAC's not too different, 6-1 and 2 during his actual duels. So I think, again, whilst a lot of people might be overly eager to back Sam on this one, I definitely do think JSAC definitely could be here for an upset. What do you think, Matt, on that note?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I mean, I think we're seeing the stats are basically giving us two different players. We've obviously got.
I mean, yes, they are 2 different players, Matt. Well done.
Very funny. I think we've got the endurance player in JSAT, but we've got one of our best ever dual players of all time in Samsa. So this is a tough one to call. I mean, I'm not going to go for any predictions based on stats because, hey, we've seen how well that worked this year.
Ash,
just beating you to it.
Ash, your thoughts?
I am really looking forward to this. If I was,
that's fair.
If I was a betting man, and if I had to play favourites here,
You are the best predictor out of all of us, Ash.
That is true. I am the best predictor out of all of us, but if I had to play favourites here, I would love to see JSAC take the grand final position out of this.
Ooh.
I really would.
Interesting.
Although I do wish both players the best on this one, regardless
As
of
I
that.
say, you realise you were going to catch my steal the thing that I've been saying this entire season. Well, on that note, do either of you have any last words for each other?
I'll just say, let's have a good fight. Let's do it.
What he said.
You've both already attained third place, at worst. As for the winner, they will attain second place and be one victory away from Grand Championship. The other person will have a second chance to climb their way back up. But this is, I cannot stress enough, just in spite of that, how important this is. Even if you're not going to get eliminated, this is a match neither of you really want to lose. I wish you both the best of luck.
Okay, let's move on into the duel arena. And we always start with the test question, so let's get that out and done with. This is a test question, and the answer is 42. And there are your options. Oh, hey, it makes the return. Oh, both players a little hesitant here. Very interesting. The psychological warfare begins right now. Okay, both have locked in a single chip on the square root of 1764, which, as we all know, is a meme response here to 42. Yes, it is the right answer. Well, both players took a little while there. JSAC took a total of 25 seconds to lock the answer in there, so I don't know what that really means, but it means certainly something. Matt?
Yeah, it's all just the usual pre-duel checks. Samsa, JSAC, neither of you have got Twitch or any other resources open that will help you answer the questions?
Nope.
No, I do not.
Okay, good stuff. And the usual blurb to those in the text chat. You are free to discuss the question and what you think might be the correct answer. But once the players' selections have been revealed, nothing further in terms of what revealing what the correct answer would be. But obviously, any alternative funny answers are more than welcome. And hey, you may even get a mention. Best of luck to Samsa and JSAC, a place in the grand final up for stakes. Let's see what happens.
Okay, Samsa and JSAC, you both have 10 chips, 2 accelerators, and 5 minutes on each of your clocks. If you're both ready, let's duel. Good luck, and here comes your first question. How many mob members does the one have to defeat in 1 versus 100? Options are 75, 100, 50, 150. JSAC's already in, and so is Samster. Well, I guess we're not talking about the Integan other number. Yeah. Both players have gone with B100. JSAC, you locked in first. You happy?
Yes.
Samster, you happy?
Yeah, I was just really worried that was going to be some sort of trick, but the options are just too different for it to be any trick. I thought maybe it could be 99 somehow, but obviously that's not a choice. So.
It would have been ironic if we'd had a 1 versus 100 style question on a question about 1 versus 100.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the meta on top of the meta. Well, both players getting the right answer. Yes, 1 versus 100. The clues in the question, in the name of the title of the show.
Indeed, although obviously some versions have played around with the numbers or have different numbers in general, or just experiment with the format.
Absolutely. Not much really to pick up after that, Matt, but there's some time difference, I guess.
Yeah, just a time difference of 4 seconds. JStack on 4:58, Samster on 4:54. Both chip stacks fully intact, and the accelerators haven't been touched. Question number 2 is this.
I'm just picking up on someone in chat who's exclaiming, "Go JSAC!" and I have no idea what this is or what is going on, but I'm here to support my son.
Thank you, Squid.
Oh, it's good to see some support, some familial support in chat.
No, I don't want to win.
Well, I'm going to say maybe that's playing into the psychological effect. I don't know. You're welcome. If you lose, I'm kicking you out of the house.
Wow.
Well then. The stakes have never been higher. Let's move on to question number 2. Who are you going to call? Options are Ghostbusters, Toadboy123, the guy down the street with 20 dogs, or Lorraine Kelly.
None of them.
Let's just drop the screen. Let's drop the pretense here. You're both going with Ghostbusters. You happy with that, Sam?
Yeah, definitely.
And JSAC, surely you're happy with that as well?
Yes.
All right. Well, it is another correct answer. Is indeed Ghostbusters.
For reference, Squid and anyone else here who's new, we do try and start off with a few rather nice, light-hearted warm-up questions. We will get to the actual trivia before long.
Absolutely. And time's still, Matt. There's still not much in it.
Oh, the time advantage has shrunk a bit. It's shrunk down to 3 seconds.
Oh,
JSAC
that whole
on
second.
4:56, Samster on 4:53.
That 1 second's going to make all the difference.
Well, sometimes it might.
I guess it might. But anyway, we'll just move on to question number 3 because we still have plenty of time on each of the clocks anyway.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a long one. Which former child actor runs the Instagram account @camera_duels, where he duels to take pictures of people who secretly try to take pictures of him? Options are Cole Sprouse, Josh Peck, Macaulay Culkin, or Kyle Massey. Which former child actor runs the Instagram account @camera_duels, where he duels to take pictures of people who secretly try to take pictures of him? Samster is locked in. And JSAC is in. Let's drop the screen. So, Sam has locked in on everyone apart from Kyle Massey. JSAC has gone with the single chip answer on Cole Sprouse. We'll go to you first, Sam. You locked in first. Why did you go with everyone apart from Kyle?
I don't know who Kyle Massey is, so I'm hoping that means that, I don't know, they're not famous enough to have like a well-renowned Instagram account about that. If I had one chip, I probably would have said Macaulay Culkin, because I know he does a thing where like he gets a celebrity's face and wears it on a t-shirt. I think it's Macaulay Culkin, and then someone else will wear that on a t-shirt, and then it's just like an endless loop of t-shirts with photos on it. But I didn't know for certain.
Fair enough. But you seem pretty confident, at least it's not Kyle.
Well, I'm not confident. I just never heard of the person, so yeah.
Okay, fair enough. However, JSAC does seem pretty confident on a single response here, only going with Cole Sprouse. Why did you go with Cole, JSAC?
I'm fairly certain I actually follow this account, so
That would help.
That generally would help in the grand scheme of things. Well, let's find out. Correct answer is indeed a Cole Sprouse.
Indeed it is, and it's a rather interesting Instagram showing just how sneaky people try and get and fail completely. As for Kyle Massey, you might know him as a certain Corey who lives in a certain house.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, yeah.
Matt.
Yeah.
Yep, so we now have a chip disparity. JSAC still with his full complement of 10 chips. Samster now down to 8 chips, but Samster has the time advantage. 4:38 plays 4:34, and none of the accelerators have been touched. Let's move on to question number 4.
Okay, question 4 is... As of 2020, which is the last US city to host an Olympic Games? Your options are Salt Lake, Utah, Los Angeles, California, Lake Placid, New York, Atlanta, Georgia. as of 2020, which is the last USA city to host the Olympic Games? JSAC is in. And Sam is in. JTech not electing to play the accelerator there. Very interesting. Let's drop the screen. So, both players have agreed on D, Atlanta, Georgia. Sam has also gone with Salt Lake, Utah. JSAC, you played a single chip. Why did you go with Atlanta?
I was just running them back in my head of American games, and I remember Atlanta being 96. I don't remember any American games since Atlanta. I think it goes Atlanta, then Sydney, Athens, Beijing, London, Rio, Tokyo.
Okay. So,
yeah, I don't remember anything between Atlanta and today.
Fair enough. Okay, Sam, why did you go with Salt Lake and Atlanta?
I think JSAC might be neglecting Winter Olympics. The question doesn't specify. I know Salt Lake was relatively recent Winter Olympics, but I don't know if it came before Atlanta, so that's why I put it on those two.
I'm hearing some noises
But yeah,
from
I think
JSAC.
Salt Lake was a winter.
I think you're right.
Has someone
I think I'm up.
Has someone failed to read the entire question correctly? Is this a premature end to the duel? If the answer is A, Salt Lake, Utah, then Sam will take their place in the grand final. If the answer is D, Atlanta, Georgia, then we will continue on live play. If the answer is Los Angeles, California, or Lake Placid, New York, then we will go to sudden death. Correct answer is... It is the end.
Wow.
It is Salt Lake, Utah. And I believe it is, as Sam still was elucidating there, it's the Winter Olympics that JSEC may have forgotten about.
In order, Lake Placid hosted the Winter Games in 80. Los Angeles hosted the Summer Games in 84. Atlanta, the Summer Games in 96. Salt Lake, the Winter Games in 02. That is an incredibly easy error to make, but geez.
That is quite impressive to see that kind of thing happen. Just completely out of the blue as well. But that's the game, folks. That is exactly how it works. JSEC failing to cover the right answer, but at the very least, still with that safety net of heading into the lower bracket at this point rather than being straight eliminated from the tournament. So not all hope is lost, but it's going to be a difficult route for JSAC now.
Indeed, and the chances of Samster getting second place have just shot up.
Well, that was kind of anticlimactic.
Thank you.
Kudos to the writer for Mind Gaming.
Thank you for the 100 bits there, Silent Marine. Yes, that was kind of an anticlimactic finish. I certainly wasn't expecting it to happen, but happen they do sometimes. And kudos to Jack Wilford, I believe, for writing that question. And in fact, he's saying, cannot believe my question was the one that decided it. Well, again, it sometimes happens. It just does.
It can. I'm not gonna lie. I knew that one before I even looked up on the database. And the moment I saw JSAC lock in, my jaw just dropped, and I was I was there with my mouth open for a good 2 minutes.
Oh, and we got 100 bits from Squidoodle Doo.
Very proud of you, Zach.
Still very proud of JSAC there from Squidoodle Doo. Thank you for the 100 bits.
Just for reference to Squid and for everyone else, again, this is a field of 32, and JSAC is still locked on third place at worst. Yeah. And even though you are 3 duels away from first, you're still only 1 duel away from second. That's something to remember.
This also isn't the shortest duel we've had as well. We've had shorter, and we've had even crazier situations where the likes of Weemers, which we thought is an amazing competitor in duel, yet failing to remember about Wellington boots.
I think the thing is with Weemers, whilst he can definitely play well, no offense, Weemers, but you can talk. I don't know if you can walk.
In Wellington boots.
So,
I mean-
in boots, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
still
that's,
kicking him out. Oh, Skiddle do no.
Ouch. Well, if he manages to win his way all the way back to the grand final, he can use his prize money to buy himself back in.
A box.
In terms of data, that match, 1 minute and 9 seconds of playing time. It's not the shortest we've had. We had a 4-question duel go 44 seconds.
Yep. Well, JSAC.
I don't think we know what to say now. We have to time for 53 minutes.
Well, no, I can just end the stream at least, and then just start the stream up later. I'm probably considering doing that. JSAC, it's not the end of the road for you, but certainly an early finish to this duel. What's your thoughts?
I mean, I was trying to play fast and quick, not using my chips, not using my time, but stuff like that happens when you're playing like that. I played it fast, and
if you would have thought it through more, would you have
just had a small memory lapse for. I probably would have if I'd have just had another 10 seconds. It'd come up and say, "Wait, doesn't specify summer or winter," and then try to run through the winter list. And I mean, I'm still in. I can still come back, so better watch out.
Shot victories and defeats are all part and parcel of the format, I think, and I do think sometimes people are too fast to turn around and say, "Oh, well, it was a short duel and therefore it was rubbish." It's part of the game, and it's part of, I think, what keeps the game exciting is you never know when it's going to end.
Mm-hmm.
If they're all like 30-question epics, it'd get boring eventually.
It's like what makes the mole elimination ceremonies more exciting than those in every other reality show, like where they just narrow it down to 2 and then eliminate one of them. No, in the mole, it's just you can be the second name read out and bam, red screen, you're dead.
Well, the fast play can sometimes work, but can also sometimes fail, as it has done in this case. Sam, you're in the grand final. It's first or second place for you. First or second place?
The famous second place again. It's a shame it ended like that, but I'm glad I took my time with it. I will admit I felt a bit pressured already after the Instagram question because I was already the time and the chip advantage. But just lucky that came across when it did.
Definitely.
Oh yes, Egg, that is very much true. In fact, the end of season 1 on the US one ended on the first question. It was a bit of an anticlimactic finish.
It was an incredibly anticlimactic finish.
There were a hell of a lot of chips being played, but it was just the lack of one answer being covered on one side, and that's all.
Was it the series 1 grand final in the US? Done and dusted after one question.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Well, to polish off something from yesterday, for the want of a nail.
So Sam, who are you looking forward to playing in the grand final out of JSAC, who you may get to see again, Tipster, and Egg?
I'm gonna say I'd like me and JSAC to have a proper match. That wasn't it. I'd like a proper long duel with that because it was just like you say. It was the speed. He was trying to go fast, and it just backfired a bit. But no, I think that's my dream opponent now. To be honest.
Indeed.
Fair enough. And JSAC, who do you want to face off against in the lower final part 2? You've got Tipster and Egg to look forward to. Who out of those would you like to face?
Well, preferably one I've beaten before, but I don't know. I don't remember if I've gone up against any of them.
Let's look at your past results.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, I'm on it now.
Can't remember as far back as the Quarrels and Trolls. You certainly haven't in any of the main duels of this part. You've taken an interesting route that you managed to dodge doing a repeat.
I mean, Joseph, you certainly haven't won against any of the potential lower lot. I'm just trying to find other bits and pieces.
Whilst you're doing that, Matt, I will note that match has done a lot to the prediction standings. Sky.
I know it hasn't changed me finishing last. I'll beat you to it on that one.
That is last. Sky is still. Sky is now in the lead, having jumped up to 33 points, followed by Probably Wrong, who can still technically almost take the entire thing. Dupless is in an interesting position. He could jump up to 52 and put himself in first. Some of the scores now trying to settle down, especially near the bottom of the board. Although Ash, technically, because you can still get something. You can still jump up a little bit.
I could jump up a little, maybe, but you
can jump up a few positions. So it's definitely become an interesting upper half now, and it's definitely going to come down to obviously these next 2-3 games.
Yeah, that's as many as we have left now. 2 or 3 games left in this
3
entire.
or 4.
Oh, sorry, 3 or 4. Sorry, yeah, because we still have to do the lower final.
I can count.
3 or 4.
Score can count.
So yeah, Matt, has JSAC played at all against?
No,
So
none.
based off of no prior knowledge, JSAC, who do you want to face?
The one that's worse.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You will get to face whoever was better in the duel previous to it. So yeah, you can't unfortunately face the loser of that. No matter how hard we try. Maybe we could do that as an exhibition duel outside the tournament, but for the tournament play, no, we can't arrange that. I'm afraid. Either way, that one's going to be an epic duel: Tipster versus Egg.
Indeed, this is shaping up to be a very interesting end of the tournament. And I am very reticent to say which way this is all going to go.
It could go absolutely any way. It really can.
Anyone's game.
I mean, with no disrespect to the other two, I think a Samster versus Tipster final would be pretty epic.
I think that might be what some people are really gunning for. No offense, J-Sack. But then again, I think Samster versus any of these three could definitely have a lot of potential to turn out interesting.
And what obviously goes in Samster's favour is Samster has grand final experience.
He's also now secured the reset immunity, so to speak.
That's very good. That's a very good point. Yeah. Definitely.
He has the idol. He has the idol.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for this duel then. Samster, we'll see you in the grand final where you'll be awaiting whoever it is out of JSAC, Tipster, and Egg. JSAC, we will see you in a lower final part 2 where you'll be waiting for either Tipster or Egg to play against. So we'll need to sort out when Tipster and Egg can play their duel coming up soon. But for the two of you, thank you very much for playing and have a good afternoon and or morning.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, you too.
All right.
You as well.
Catch you later. Well, that's a thing, isn't it?
That was a surprise. The stat said we were going to have a longer duel. I don't think anyone thought it would be basically 4 and done.
But as we mentioned, if you don't read the full question and you want to play the quick game, then that's where you're going to come a cropper sometimes. It can backfire. It's a good play to play, going for the fast play and confident play as well. JSAC went with the single chip, so it's fast and confident just to try and maintain the lead, but it backfired in that one case, and it's Volkswagen absolutely Egg, but that's the reverse though. That's you completely looking into the answer, Egg. That's a complete reverse. That's sheer dumb luck getting you through. But again, sheer dumb luck. You just need a little bit of that sometimes as well. Yeah,
it's absolutely a strategy.
It is a strategy.
And I think our 4 remaining players, they need to think very carefully about what strategies they employ in the remaining matches, because there is a lot at stake. Samster 1 away from a championship win.
5,000 pence.
5,000 of your very English pence, please. Yes.
Sorry, Tom.
So a quarter of a million Colombian pesos, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah.
Insert low value currency here.
But yes, in all seriousness, Samster, Tipster, JSAC, Egg, you need to think very, very carefully about your tactics, because it could win or lose you, not just obviously your matches, but prize money as well. So, yeah.
Okay, well, I think that brings this to a close. I will stop the stream now, and then I'll come back again in about 40 minutes' time for the Unity Workshop, if you're interested in that. If you haven't caught up with the Unity Workshop so far, there is a project in the Unity Workshop channel on my Discord, which is a catch-up project for week 3. It does also solve the homework that I left for you. So if you haven't done the homework part of it yet, maybe not look at that, because it will be a hint to the answer, as it were. But spoilers.
It's like a teacher handing out homework and they're saying, "Oh, by the way, the day before it's due, I'll just put complete copies of it in the book."
So yeah, I'll start that up in about 40 minutes time from now. Go and have fun with Quizzy Dan. I'm not going to raid for obvious reasons, because that would indicate that the duel did not last long. So I'm not going to raid. If you do want to go over to Quizzy Dan, then do so.
Very
subtly, and don't give away any spoilers. So that's the link if you want to go and say hi, go and enjoy some cryptic crossword solving, but don't give it away what's happened here, just so that people aren't ruining the duel. Anyway, I'll catch you later. See you later. Literally in 40 minutes' time. Score count?
Which I have been.
Yes, and Matt?
I've been Matt, the official ref.
And yeah, I've been Ash. I'll see you soon. Bye!